C'était une soirée de rêve pour les footballeurs monégasques qui finissent troisième devant Lyon. Ils obtiennent donc l'Europe au bout de leurs pieds pour la saison prochaine. Nous verrons tout cela avec le directeur sportif de l'AS Monaco Football, Paul Mitchell. Nous allons d'ailleurs commencer par ce qui a permis de rendre le sourire aux supporters monégasques, le foot. Je vous le rappelle, c'était la dernière journée du championnat de Ligue 1 avec un suspense de dingue. Lille gagne son match et est donc champion de France. Paris est deuxième. Monaco, et c'est ce qui nous intéresse maintenant, garde sa troisième place malgré un match nul 0-0 face à Lens. Nous sommes dimanche en fin de soirée. Monaco n'arrive pas à scorer. Il ne faut surtout pas à ce moment-là que l'équipe de Lyon remporte sa rencontre. Sinon, Monaco se retrouvera à la quatrième place au classement et donc pas de Champions League la saison prochaine. Pourtant, Lyon face à Nice mène à la mi-temps 2-1. Il nous passe donc provisoirement devant au classement. C'est une très mauvaise opération. Et là, le miracle niçois est arrivé. Nice retourne complètement cette rencontre et s'impose face aux Lyonnais, finalement 3-2. Le match nul des Monégasques suffit pour conserver cette troisième place au classement. Monaco est par conséquent qualifié pour les barrages de la Champions League, voire directement qualifié si Manchester United remporte la Ligue Europa mercredi soir face à Villarreal. En attendant, pour revenir sur cette saison monégasque, nous sommes avec le directeur sportif de l'AS Monaco Football, Paul Mitchell. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Déjà, première question, votre réaction par rapport à la soirée d'hier. C'était tendu, il y avait du suspense. Comment vous l'avez vécu cette soirée?
As you mentioned, in football, unfortunately, and you can tell by the way I look, there's always stress, whether it be positive or sometimes negative. But it's important that you try and make it as much as you can positive stress. It was a very intense game. Rounding off a very intense season where I think we've all seen the growth of a young team and a bright future ahead of us.
Ça a été compliqué après la défaite en Coupe de France de se remettre dans la partie pour la dernière journée de championnat.
I think I have to give great credit to the team, to the staff. We pioneered a new initiative to look at innovating and focus on how we could take the last proportion of the season and make the players 100% focused. We decided to go into a performance bubble, staff and the team, and this gave them ultimate focus 24/7 on the remaining 5 games. And this, I think, really helped after the final. It gave the team a time to come together as staff and as players to analyse what had been a positive run to the final. And also put behind, regain focus and push through to the last game at Lens and create the positive end result.
Alors pas de titre, mais l'Europe l'année prochaine. Quel est pour vous le bilan de cette saison?
I think it was extremely positive. I think we wanted to bring the club back to European football in some contexts. I think to be chasing the podium, to even be so close to the mighty PSG, to even be so close to the champions that are Lille, all the way through to the last game is great credit for everyone here at AS Monaco. To not finish with a trophy, everything is contextual. I think to arrive in the first final in a decade of this football club is a great and massive achievement. And to have the nucleus and once again the foundations that we're building here can be, for me, replacing any trophies because we must work step by step. We must work to a long-term strategy. And this, for me, is the real satisfying nature of the work that we've done through this difficult season.
Quelles sont vos ambitions pour la saison prochaine?
My ambition is always to be better. We must push and strive as staff members, as an organisation, as a fan base, as a principality and as players to be better. It's not going to be easy. There's been some great performances. There's been some incredible work behind the scenes. But we have to look at the future with great optimism. But we have to work tirelessly every day to be better in every aspect of performance. And that's what we intend to do.
Un mot sur le mercato. Vous avez déjà des objectifs, sachant que vous avez l'Europe en ligne de mire?
Yes, it's the same as every mercato. It's an opportunity to increase the capacity of the squad. And once again, that's not going to be easy. There's been some holistically good performers and great performances throughout the course of the season by the whole squad. It's been very much a team effort. But once again, I must look on the Mercato, see if there's an opportunity to strategically invest, not only for the now, but for the future, to allow the team to perform better, to give the coach more tools to do his job better and improve this young group and try and raise our levels again.
Parlez-moi de Niko Kovac et ce qu'il a apporté au club à son arrivée et puis de son avenir aussi, bien sûr.
I think he brought great energy, he brought great charisma, he's brought intensity. I think everyone saw him through the TV and the type of character he is. And most of all, he's brought integrity. He's a great human being, he's a great man, and I think we're very lucky here at AS Monaco, we're very lucky in the Principality to have someone like Niko Kovac with his human skills and also his high-level coaching skills to be part of our organisation.
Dernière question, comment vous la voyez la saison prochaine?
I think the next season, like every season, will be a challenge to improve, a challenge to be better. And we have to come back. I spoke to the players before they left today and I said, we've set the standard. You know, we can't fall below this. We must continue to ask more of ourselves as individuals and more of ourselves as a collective, as a whole organisation. So, of course, seasons are never without challenges, but we have to tackle them like we've done this season, head on, with the right integrity and with the attitude to bring this club right back to the very top level.
Merci Paul Mitchell et bravo pour la saison.
Merci.